It's Thursday night, and it's the NBA here on 2K Sports. Tonight, we'll see the Boston Celtics as they play against the Philadelphia 76ers. Hi, everyone. This is Kevin Harlan, and joining us tonight, Greg Anthony and Hall of Famer Doris Burke. And reporting from the sidelines are and with pregame routines coming to an end, we're just about ready for our tip-off. First, though, let's get a report from the sideline and say hello to David Aldridge.
Well, most would agree that chemistry concerns plagued a talented Boston Celtics team last season.
You knew some decisions were coming, D.A. They're still a factor. A moment now to check out who's leading in the All-Star voting.
And a lot of fans and players interested to see how this thing all turns out.
You look at James. He's currently atop in the Eastern Conference. He's got a lot of fans the world over.
He's got plenty of fans among his fellow players as well. I'm sure he'd be #1 on their ballot if they were voting.
And keep tuning in for updated results. You can visit NBA.com for more. Now a look at Philadelphia's starting lineup. In the backcourt, Simmons and Richardson. Jay out there with Embiid, and it's Harris in at the 3 spot. And for Boston, Hayward at small forward with Tatum at the 4. Walker and Brown, they're manning the backcourt. And it's Cantor in at the 5. About this time of the year, we hear early talk about end-of-the-season awards. When you're thinking about who you'd vote for MVP or whatever, Doris, when do you start giving consideration to those topics?
You know what's fascinating, Kevin, is where all the major awards are considered, particularly the MVP. It feels like there's a narrative that develops back when the season starts. The key as a voter, I think, is to sort of eliminate the noise, look at the numbers, consider the success of teams, and make your decision from there. You've got to make sure you're really doing your research.
And sometimes, am I right, it comes down to the final couple days of the regular season before a voter like yourself knows for sure.
Kev, I have cast my MVP ballot on the last possible day in each of the last 3 years.
Yeah, nice silky finish on the alley-oop from the stupendous feed.
That sequence couldn't have been executed any better. Tatum kicks to Brown. Hayward outside. 4 on the shot clock. Over Harris. Again, the miss by the Celtics.
Well, certainly not the best defensive effort, but this guy can't make them pay for their laziness.
That's tipped.
Encouraging to see Cantor trying harder on the defensive end. There's height. There's ability to block shots. Go to work, Ennis.
And the one-hand slam just looks so pretty when it's in his hand and he's the one doing the slam.
Agreed. He is smooth as silk, even on a power finish. Down low, Embiid. Yes, it's James picking up the assist.
Just setting the tone with an aggressive move to the rack. And where's the help defensively?
To me, Greg, that's a complete lack of communication on that side of the ball. These guys need to be talking to each other.
Lobbed up there for Embiid. Doesn't go for it.
And he saw the play develop, but the pass just wasn't there.
It was a really good thought for sure, but the lob has got to be better than that. Boy, the offensive flow just isn't there right now. 1 for 5 to start the game.
Here's James. Uses the glass to drop it in. James has got his second basket of the night.
And they've scored several times already here in the first quarter on the inside.
Walker finds Tatum. Looking for Hayward. He gets it there. Score the basket. Nice shot after missing his first attempt.
How about the effort from Gordon Hayward? He takes pride, I think, in scoring over the defense.
Here's Simmons to the inside and stolen by Tatum. Hayward goes in. No good. Shot missing. Good D by Embiid. The 76ers leading by 4. Here's Harris. Second chance shot. And James with a nice bucket inside. James has got 6.
I just love the determination on that backboard. Coming out of the gates really, really strong.
Yeah, we're seeing some early signs that he is on his game. That putback's a good illustration of the work he's ready to put in tonight.
Here's Hayward. It's hauled in by the 76ers. Embiid's got 4 rebounds in this game.
Let's give some credit to the defense for how they're guarding this guy right now, because they're refusing to let him get comfortable.
Oh, and the lead gets bigger on a ridiculous offensive sequence.
That dunk alone would have been spectacular. Never mind it coming at the end of an alley-oop. Walker with it. He had 22 points in the win against Indiana. The Celtics need to get a shot off. A 3 from Tatum. And it goes out of bounds. That one off Harris. And a chance now to see how teams are faring across the league. Here's the latest edition of the Power Rankings. Taking a look at Boston. They're gaining on some of the teams above them, trying hard to crack into that top 5.
And seeing where the 76ers are, give them credit. They've stuck to their plan here early on, playing their brand of basketball. They're showing everyone they have the potential to be even better. And how about the interior defense here early on? They have really shut down the middle.
And they double up James. And it's Simmons, that time on the assist by James. James has got 3 assists tonight. Celtics trail by 10. Walker looking for an opening. Pass to Tatum. The shot with the putback, and Cantor able to finish.
Elite offensive rebounder from the moment he stepped between the lines. Enes Kanter, that is a strength of his game.
Simmons against Tatum, and the dunk by James.
They've been excellent so far, coming in with a well-balanced attack.
No doubt, Greg. On the offensive end, it feels like they're getting the shots they want, and defensively, they are connected and on a string.
Count it. Tatum's got his second bucket.
And the Celtics, Brad Stevens, one of the youngest head coaches in the league, and also one of the more respected.
And Greg, I was surprised that he didn't get any Coach of the Year votes 2 seasons ago. Think about it. The Celtics overcame injury to make the Eastern Conference Finals. Last season, he admitted his most trying in the 12 years as a coach. Boy, he is looking to get them back on track.
Walker the pass to Tatum, and stolen by James. The finish. In close, he hits it. James has got 14 points for the game.
You want to talk about a perfect performance? He hasn't missed a shot all night. Incredible.
They double team Walker, and stolen by James. Jumps up. It's good for his 8th consecutive basket in only 8 tries. Wow.
I'll tell you, the team is simply riding the hot hand. This guy has been lights out.
Down kicks to Cantor. Right side to Walker from outside the arc. No good. So Philadelphia will take it the other way. Their last encounter was in Philadelphia.
Yeah, and in winning that last game, they attacked the basket aggressively. Drew a lot of fouls in that game.
2 things are a product of that. 1, you shoot a ton of freebies. 2, the other team goes deep into its rotation. Neither one of those 2 things is going to work.
And there's the bucket from Tatum.
I think Brown demonstrating he's got a great understanding of the game. He keeps his head moving, his eyes open so he can spot the open man.
Cantor against James, and stolen by Hayward. And up the court come the Celtics on the break. Here's Walker. And James pulls it down.
And they've come out with a take-no-prisoners approach on the glass here tonight, guys.
Passes it to Richardson. Floats it up for James. No good that time. Looking at Philadelphia, they took the win in their last game against Denver. Brown, good.
Well, this is where the powerful frame and explosive athleticism of Jaylen Brown becomes a problem for the opponent. Nicely done.
He lobs up the alley-oop pass. James misses. And so it's Hayward with it. He'll bring it up for the Celtics. It's a 13-point game.
Well, they'll be happy with that look, even though it didn't fall.
I think expect them to go back to it, because that's the kind of shot this offense is designed to generate.
And the pass to Cannon. And the rejection by James. He feeds it to Simmons. And he elevates him in the slam. Cantor did not like that.
Building up a big early lead, they have taken charge of this game.
And they've been doing it largely at the offensive end, Greg. If the defense does not adjust, this could be a blowout.
So the Celtics called timeout. They're first. Doris, you've said this often. It is incredibly difficult to compare guys of different positions in different eras, isn't it?
It really is. There's so many discussions about who's the GOAT, who's the greatest of all potential time. And there are certain names that are always going to pop to the top of the list, LeBron James. But it's very difficult to me, say, to compare a Kareem Abdul-Jabbar, one of the greatest to ever man the center position, had the impossible-to-check sky hook. But how do you compare him with LeBron James, who, though he is, and I don't know what position he is, he may be the greatest passer in the history of the league. Like, let's enjoy individual greatness without comparison.
James, the pass to O'Quinn, and denied. He sends it right off the glass. Can't get it to go. He's taken two and missed two.
And on the glass so far, it hadn't even been close.
Smart kicks to Williams. Makes it off the glass.
And that's 10 straight points in the paint. The defense, nowhere to be found.
Floats it up for James. And out of bounds as the Celtics gain possession.
That is just
Tatum and Cantor together down low. Brown and Hayward, they're the wing. And it's Walker in at the point guard. That's the Boston 5. Pass to Brown for three. That falls. Nice feed that time from Walker. Walker's got 5 assists tonight.
And their shots are falling now with more regularity than we saw at first.
And keeping us updated from the sideline, let's swing it over to David Aldridge.
Well, Jay in that last matchup against the Nuggets put on a show. He picked up 39 points, and that was just the start of it. He wound up with a triple-double in what was quite a display for him. The numbers in that game make me anxious to see what he can do tonight. Kevin?
All right, David, thanks. It's going to be interesting to see how he follows up that performance.
Yeah, he was the driving force behind that victory, but each night comes with different challenges.
What you love about this guy, though, is even when the defense adjusts to what he's doing, he'll make an adjustment right back. He is always ready with a counter.
On the wing, Brown lets it go from deep, and again, Boston with the triple.
Yeah, there's 6 points on consecutive 3 balls. They're finding holes now in the D.
Pass to Embiid. Floats it up for James. Hammers the alley-oop through.
Oh, phenomenal alley-oop slam there.
They are taking advantage of a team that looks lost out there. Celtics trail by 13. Left side, Walker. Got a piece of it. Well, one of the bigger names in free agency this past summer was Kemba Walker. A lot of teams, Greg, looking at him.
And rightfully so, Kevin. With Kemba, a point guard who is in his prime, he's an impact player who can hit big shots and is one of the more underrated stars in our league.
Good ball movement here by the 76ers. Harris, good.
They're getting on a roll inside. Their last 3 field goals have come from the paint.
Walker the pass to Hayward, and James picks up the foul. So that will be his second foul of the game. We're in the bonus, and we'll go to the line to shoot 2. For Boston, they have only made 2 attempts, shooting poorly at the line in this one.
And they shot the ball well this season in terms of their attempts, 81%. You talk about players that have transformed their bodies in the NBA. How about Gordon Hayward? Has added muscle every year while maintaining that speed and agility.
Walker against Simmons. And Walker kicks to Hayward. And here's Tatum for 3. And the rejection by James. Hayward looking over the floor. 6 to shoot. And that's out of bounds. Boston will retain possession. So it's the Celtics now. They trail by 14. You know, Greg, when he came into the league, Hayward looked so young. You almost don't recognize him now.
I mean, the suit of armor from his time in the weight room and the hair looking sharp to match.
Nicely done. They continue to attack inside, and that's 10 points in a row in the paint.
Knocked loose and stolen by James. Floats it up for James. Up high to stop the alley-oop.
And that's what Simmons does. His vision and accuracy make him a premier presence on the floor.
And Walker's got the ball here for the Boston Celtics. They defeated Indiana in their last game.
Mental toughness on the road. The arena was rocking, but they just got down to business and never let up.
I thought what really stood out was how dominant they were on the offensive end. That was about as flawless as you could hope for.
Here's James, and the layup's good off the glass. James has got 23 points.
Man, have they been effective at getting the ball inside.
Celtics trail by 17. And here's Walker. He's got 6. Pass to Cannon. Simmons against Walker. Again, the miss by the Celtics.
And they've got a big lead, not just on the scoreboard, but really in the rebounding numbers as well. And they keep hammering away at them inside, forcing the ball into the paint.
Boston's gone 4 of 6 from long range in the second quarter. Solid shooting. Tatum wide open. He fires one. And just miss after miss right now. The 76ers leading by 19 points. Outside, Simmons. Back to James. The basket good off the assist from Simmons. Simmons got 4 assists now tonight.
And at the offensive end, he's done about as much as they could have hoped for today.
Now a timeout called by Boston.
And the Celtics looking to bounce back and make another deep playoff run.
And I think, Greg, they certainly have the talent to do it. This is a team that remains on the upswing. They have draft picks and assets. I think they are well positioned for the future.
Now we get a chance to check out the standings out east already. We are in December. You take a look at the 76ers. Things going their way so far in this season. Right now, they lead the pack up front in the first spot with the best record. And, of course, there's Boston, 4 games back.
And for Philadelphia, they had a few critics coming into the season, and now I don't think they have any. This is a club ready to not only make a deep run, but possibly win it all.
Well, this is their goal. There's no doubt about that. For what many expected of them so far, they have not disappointed.
To the paint, Harris. That ball is good for another field goal. His 6th. He is 6 for 9 on the stat sheet.
And they're passing the ball very crisply here.
Walker dishes to Tatum to stop the run. Rebound by the 76ers.
No matter what looks they get, they just can't convert to stop this run.
And I think you can start to feel their frustration mounting. With every missed bucket, it becomes more and more desperate.
They need a good offensive possession.
Yeah, they've gone a long time without a bucket.
He blocks it again.
A defensive stalwart so far. That's 6 blocks.
Greg protecting the rim. Love the hustle. And Enes Kanter picks up the foul. That's his first foul. Daniel Tice is checked in for Boston. We've got 22 seconds left here in the second. James kicks to Embiid. Shot clock at 6. James, the pass to Richardson, and it's out of bounds. They say it was last touch by Brown.
A split second late, but almost came up with the steal there.
Absolutely appreciate the effort, though. He really went after it. So close.
From deep. And the last shot before the buzzer is off. And so it's the Philadelphia 76ers holding a very comfortable. And there wasn't too much drama in the first half, but maybe things will tighten up here in the second. It's been a clinic out there by James.
And he's been a monster in this game, throwing down some huge dunks. And I wasn't sure the rim would even survive in that first half.
Oh, his power is unbelievable. He's an intimidating force when he's at his best.
Third quarter action getting rolling right now. Brought to you by Gatorade. All fueled up and ready to go. Here's who's on the floor. Taking a look at the 76ers. Richardson and Harris filling out the wings. Joel Embiid out there with Jay. And it's Simmons in at the point. The Celtics shooting around 40% from the floor here. There's the pass to Kanter. Outside Tatum. Looking to get back on track here. The shot misses. And the 76ers go the other way with it.
Well, they've been better than good on the glass today, and there is a glaring discrepancy between these two teams in that area. Rare you'll see him miss such an open look.
Inside. The basket good off the assist from Hayward. Hayward's got 4 assists now tonight.
Well, you know that Jason Tatum can score from any area on the floor. It's got to be a scary sight when this guy starts to get rolling.
In the corner, it's Hayward. Lets the three fly, and James pulls it down. James has got the glass covered here tonight. 11 boards for him. And James throws it down.
And the pass there floated it up to the precise spot it needed to be.
And no messing around on the finish. He powers it through. Walker against Simmons. Pass to Tatum. Goes up on the wing, and the shot goes down. Tatum's got 18 points in the game.
This is right in Tatum's wheelhouse. That mid-range is his comfort zone.
Floats it up for James.
Fantastic ball movement. They're picking them apart with their passing.
Into the third we go. 2 minutes in now. Boston's gone 0-2 from deep to start things here in the second half. And Walker kicks to Hayward. Pass to Kanter. To the paint. Again with the block. Making his presence felt on this end.
He's holding down the fort, anchoring the defense. And you can see he just has a great overall feel for this game. Excellent job tonight.
And that's been his role pretty much from the opening tip. Get the ball to guys where they can score it.
Just over 2.5 minutes gone by here in the second half. Embiid comes with a double team. Lock at 6. Shots good by Walker.
Boy, I love seeing Kanter distribute the basketball. If you're open, this guy will find you.
Richardson outside. He's looking for James and finds him. Throws down the alley-oop slam.
Yeah, and ever since halftime, they played precision basketball offensively.
I got to believe that's something the coach talked to them about at the halftime. They have valued each possession.
And the rejection by James. Lobbed up there for Embiid.
No hesitation at all on the alley-oop. Saw his teammate with a path to the hoop and bang, lobbed it right up there for him to finish.
And he was ready for it when he elevated and made the catch. Walker with it, picked up by Harris. 13 feet away. Walker's shot is off. The 76ers have gotten 6 of their 7 shots to go down in this quarter. What a fantastic start to the half.
Well, you have to give credit to Kemba Walker, who has always...
And with Walker, as he has progressed as a player, you know, Greg, so has his leadership.
And Kemba has been a natural leader for so long during his time. When your leader puts in the work that Kemba does, it has to inspire the rest of that roster.
Wanamaker looking over the floor. Outside, Williams passes to Brown. And stolen by James. And here we go. Fast break. James has got it. They get the rebound. Whistle blows. Basket is good. So a chance here for a three-point play.
Well, you love that they've been able to rely on him time and time again. You love the effort here late.
This will be his 3rd free throw shot of the game. Gordon Hayward's checked in for Smart. Doris, you and I enjoy discussing pure scorers, great shooters, but guys that can score a myriad of ways. Give us a couple of names that we don't always hear about that really impressed you.
Well, one young man who I think has got an offensive game that is really continuing to grow and is quite beautiful already is Zach LaVine. But probably the best example, Kev, would have to be the multi-time winner of the Six-Man Award, and that's Sweet Lou Williams. This guy can score against any defense. He's a great in pick and roll. He has become a better playmaker, but Lou Williams is a problem to guard.
And as people will say, he is a professional scorer.
That's perfect, yes.
Here's Brown. No good, unable to end this run. And Embiid has got the ball here for the Philadelphia 76ers. And James throws it down.
Getting it done on both ends, and it shows up in the score.
Well, what I love, Greg, is the energy they're bringing right now. They're ignoring the scoreboard and playing hard.
Here's Wanamaker, guarded by Simmons, to the middle. Here's Tice. And Philadelphia grabs the miss. James has got 14 rebounds tonight. Going after, down low, and the dunk by James.
I'll tell you, it's one thing to do this at home, another to do it in a hostile environment.
Boy, just sheer dominance, the ability to step into enemy territory and flat out take over. This is impressive.
At the top of the key, Tice. And James pulls it down. James has got 15 rebounds here tonight. Embiid is at the elbow. It's rebounded by Tice. Boston's gone a less than productive 2 of 6 from three-point land in the second half. Back to Brown. Hayward outside. The three. That shot off. And so it's Philadelphia with a major 39-point lead here at the end of the quarter. From the field, they have been outstanding. Amazing shooting. That's what has them headed to a blowout. And we'll be right back after this. And a chance right now to show you our State Farm assist of the game.
Yeah, an easy choice tonight. Look at the precision on this pass. Put it on a platter for him.
And when you're the beneficiary of a pass that good, you better deliver, and he did just that.
And with the fourth quarter upon us, time is running out for this game to become competitive. We've got Williams, also Hayward out there, and it's Poirier in at the center. That's the Boston 5. Here's Harris, and that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul.
We're still waiting for that first miss from the line this half.
Well, here's something kind of interesting. There's been a lot of talk about moving the draft to after free agency. What would that look like?
Well, I think talent is always going to be at a premium. So I would think if there's a guy that's the absolute definitive #1 pick, he's going #1 regardless of roster construction. But the reality is it might help those teams who maybe if they know who's on the roster, it might change the kind of draft selection they would make. So it's an interesting supposition. We'll see if the NBA moves in that direction. Well, Gordon Hayward obviously still working his way back to peak form. Let's remember, this guy was an all-star in 2017. We know he can be a franchise guy.
Simmons passes to Korkmaz. Floats it up for James. The shot, no good.
And the timing just not there on that attempted alley-oop.
Just a missed connection, and it happens. I'm sure they will go back to it if given the opportunity.
And Doris, you talk about when Gordon Hayward is playing his best. What makes him, in your mind, so special?
Well, when he's right physically, he can be a go-to offensive weapon, Kevin. This guy is the true definition of triple threat, right? He can pick you apart with his passing, with his shooting, and also off the dribble drive. Boy, when he's right, he is tough to stop.
Raul Netos checked in. And it's the 76ers with the ball. They've given up just 8 points in the fourth quarter. Tatum passes to Kanter, and Kanter throws it down.
Well, you can tell there's a team-first mentality with the young gun Jason Tatum working to find the open teammate. Nice.
James outside. Robinson. And another assist for him.
That makes 15 assists.
He's been one step ahead of the defense all game long. Walker finds Brown. To the inside. It's hauled in by the 76ers.
I'll tell you, most of the time this guy's going to finish that, but that was tremendous defense that prohibits him from completing the play.
Absolutely the prettiest play in basketball, executed to perfection.
I don't think you'd get an argument there. Everybody loves the alley-oop. Now here's Walker. Lets it go from 11. Misses off the right iron.
What a brutal night for this guy, and it is having a ripple effect throughout the team. This is tough.
Robinson against Brown. Floats it up for James. Back to Robinson. Inside. It's tipped. Tries again, and it's blocked by Brown.
Wow, twice on the pipe. Jaylen Brown with a message for the offense. Nice.
The offensive rebound.
And his defense so valuable. Not many can bother that shot at the rim.
Boy, you see the effort. You see the range. This guy prides himself in his ability to shut you down.
Outside, Walker. Kanter dishes to Walker. And James picks up the foul. That's his third foul of the game. Replay is always a good topic to talk about. Any changes, Doris, you'd like to see in the system or in the process?
Well, one of the beautiful things you have in the league is the opportunity in both Summer League and then also in your development league is the opportunity to put things in place. For instance, a coach's challenge has been experimented with at both of those different levels, and now the coach's challenge will be adopted and employed in the NBA. So I'm anxious to see how that plays out. You can see why they go to this guy so often. More often than not, he's going to be very efficient like he is right here.
In the corner, Smart with it. Cracks in the tray. Smart's got 5 points in the quarter.
Growing confidence in his jumper. Smart is rising and firing after the catch of the pass. Nice. That looks like a lack of focus. You've got to question what he was trying to accomplish there.
Boston making a switch here. Outside, Green. And that one goes long.
All by himself, trying to step up. He's got to be frustrated with the miss.
One-on-one here. And he drops in the layup off the glass.
You gotta love his hustle, leaving the defense no time to react.
The finish in transition, nice and easy.
Philadelphia's gone 2 for 2 from three-point land to start the fourth quarter. Floats it up for James.
That's the idea. You work the ball into that area. It's a sweet spot.
A minute 50 left in the fourth quarter. And James picks up the foul. That will get him his fourth foul of the game. Doris, basketball continues to gain in popularity around the world, doesn't it? It's amazing to me.
It does. Adam Silver, the commissioner, has said, I believe we can be the #1 spot in the world. Obviously, they'd have to overcome the soccer, and that's popularity. But think about this, Kevin, how inclusive a game basketball is. And the love spans across gender, race, ethnicity, religious affiliation. And the best part about the game of basketball is this, Kevin. When you're growing up and trying to get better, you need a ball, you need a hoop, and you need you, and you don't need anything else.
That is so well said.
Well, guys, this was never really a contest, just a total obliteration, if you will. And you can safely say mission accomplished now for the 76ers.
And this was one that never really was in doubt, I thought, an all-around dominant performance. And you kind of thought that maybe even going into the game.
Yeah, there was a sense of that in men. They just pretty much blew them right out of the water. A clinic was put on display here today.
And so they'll stretch their victory total to 19 on the season.
And once the horn sounds, they're going to go up 2-0 in the season series.
And you know, when you look at the huge impact he had, just a monster game for James.
Boy, I have loved this guy's energy all night. There was never a point in which he let up. The triple-double evidence of the kind of effort and skill he has.
The first free throw is good. He's perfect from the line this time. 1:03 left in the fourth. Here's Neto. And another one falls. Amazing. That gives him 51.
Making it look easy.
Boston's gotten some tough luck from three-point range. In the fourth quarter, they've hit just 1 of 6 from deep. Back to James. Deflects the pass. To the paint. Floats it up for James. And it's out of bounds. The Celtics will take it the other way.
Well, when you're careless with the basketball, you can expect that to happen.
41 seconds left here in the fourth quarter. Down low, here's Poirier. It takes it in for the layup off a very nice feed.
Well, this is what they needed earlier on. At some point, it's too little, too late.
Yeah, but then again, this run came against a team that may have felt it had already won, and you get the sense it let its guard down.
Throws it up high, trying to go for an alley-oop, but excellent defense and anticipation there to stop it. Just 1 second between the shot clock and game clock, and stolen by James. To the middle, and James throws it down.
And once they smelled blood in the water, you could see the killer instinct take over.
And you want to save your best for last. Tonight, they've done that and then some.
Got a piece of it. And the officials call a traveling violation. And stolen by James. And the dunk by James.
Well, they knew it would be a hostile environment, and they rose to the challenge.
And sometimes, Greg, when everyone's rooting against you, it seems to bring the unit closer together. It certainly did tonight.
So it's Philadelphia winning this one easily. A resounding victory for them. And Greg,
that's exactly right. But with the way they controlled the game and just completely took the crowd out of it, that's how to get it done on the road.
And a chance now to send it over to David Aldridge, standing by courtside. David.
Kevin, thank you. Congrats on the win tonight, Jay. You guys have come out of the gate very strong this year. What has been the key to the hot start?
Hey, DA, man, we know what's at stake, man.
All right, David, great job. Thanks so much.
Yeah.
Hey, what's up, guys? Oh, there he is, Jay. Big day.
Thanks again for doing this.
Oh, I'm so ready to do it. Let's run everything by one time, make sure I got it.
Okay, so there's two main goals that we have here. The first is to launch our new customizable GX bottle.
Right, GX bottle, I know that.
Yep, and the second is to establish you as our celebrity endorser.
Gotcha.
It's simple. Yes, exactly. So I'll start with a little spiel about the bottle.
Okay.
And then I'll toss it to you, and you'll talk a little bit about why you like GX, and yeah, it's simple.
Simple, it's easy.
Totally. Now, the main thing is that we really, really want you to be yourself. No phony self.
Right.
However, there are 3 things we'd love you to hit if you can.
Yeah, what are they?
Okay, so the first one is the lid ID ring. That's at the top of the bottle. That's where you put your name and your number and the branding of your favorite NBA team.
Cool.
Second is the bottle itself, which is all different color combinations, and you can personalize that with text.
Gotcha.
Third and final is the tagline. Try to hit one of those if you can. It would be amazing.
Which ones are the most important?
There's 2. The first is Fuel Your X Factor.
Fuel Your X Factor.
And the second is Reinventing How You Fuel.
That's my favorite one. Reinventing.
Nice. So, as we said, we want you to hit as many of these things as possible, but we still want you to be Che out there. That's why they're paying for you. Nice.
Are you ready?
Yeah, let's do it.
Great.
Hey, Che.
Yeah.
Take a leg.
I will. Thanks, brother.
Really strong play from Che recently.
Thank you so much for coming, everyone. It is an exciting day for us today here at Gatorade as we launch Gatorade GX, our brand new customizable hydration system that reinvents the way you fuel. I love GX. I use it every day, but rather than bore you with my stories, I'm going to pass the mic to Che, one of the brightest young stars in the NBA, and he's going to talk to you about how GX has helped him to perform at an elite level.
Hey, thanks, Reese. I appreciate that. Thanks for having me. But like she said, Gatorade GX is pretty revolutionary. And first of all, it's completely customizable. You can design it however you want. You can put pictures of your kids on there, pictures of your pets. It's pretty cool. That's very exciting.
We'll get right on that picture thing.
Oh yeah, something else I like. It's glow in the dark, so you can hoop anytime, day or night.
It's not. It's not glow in the dark. That's okay, though. We'll work on that. We'll get right on it.
Bright colors.
Yes, very bright.
So yeah, it's a great product all around. And it's going to change the way you feel. And it's going to reinvent the way you feel. Don't forget to feel your X Factor.
Okay, well, thank you so much, Che, and thank you to all of you guys for coming out. Now, if you look under your seat, you will find a customized GX bottle that you can take home. Yay! And as you can see, there are many, many combinations, so feel free to trade with one another until you find the one that suits you best. All right, thank you.
Kata ko i-upload bebe sa baka sabi mo. Ito sa baka.
nih bibir untuk bingung.
Buruk juga nih bikin